We just have to watch it. We're going to watch KR and Microsoft. Remember, we have a lot of data Thursday. And we have a lot of data Friday. So, today's, what is today? Tuesday. Excuse me. Yesterday was a good day. And I hope everybody got out of that Twitter option yesterday. Went to the dream target, so, I mean, you had to get out of it yesterday. Excuse me. This could open late. Excuse me. Well, I think this is open, but it's definitely spreading. Let's look at this. Okay, I'm flipping to Microsoft here. Stop's gonna be nope. Leave it. Forget that. It's Microsoft for nothing. All right, stop's gonna be 251. We're gonna do it tight. 251.40. Let's do 50 by 40. 50 by 40 if it hits Microsoft, and do not jump the gun on this. Because if that doesn't hit, we'll do another entry. Forget KR. It's not going to work right. This is going to go today, I think, though. If those numbers don't hit, I'll give you different numbers. Okay, let's do 60. Let's do 60 by 65. 60 by 65, Microsoft. Here, do it. If you want to get in, stop at 65. This is actually a really good entry. We're not going to get a better stop than this. There it is. That's it. It's going to roll over. So is this too. We really could have done two things here. I don't want to contend with that today. Here we go. All right, here we go. Under 250, nice flush. Wherever it drops, we're out. Boom, day done. That's it. Here we go. Hope everybody got it. Why are we down? Let me just quickly look that up, because I really did not take the time to investigate that today. Does anyone know why we're down? Nope. Here we go. Under 250, Microsoft. Nice call. Trade deficit widens. Chinese aircraft entered Taiwan airspace. Yeah, that's about the time we started selling off our, because we were like neutral this morning. We were like flat. It's Illinois, doopa-doopa-doo. Reopening. No, it's the Chinese in Taiwan. Well, what did I say? Does anyone remember what I said about the market? Nope, it's the Chinese and the Taiwan. Here, I'll plot what the article says. Does anyone remember what I said? You know what? No one even covered that in the news today. I had the news on this morning. Stuff is happening in the world, and people cover the most idiotic crap. I mean, people cover stuff in the news. Now, the news is worthless on television as far as I'm concerned anymore. Like, there's no point in even watching it. People just cover crap. Here. Yeah, I said a possibility of a war, which I said was a real possibility. That I'm going to look at when I wrote that. All right, here we are. Who's doing what? We just got a dollar push. I mean, you could have got out right in there. I'm still in this. This looks good, but woo. This market's going to be wild. Look at that bar. Eeksy, eeksy, eeksies. You could you could have done this too. We could have done this too. If I'd done this, would have been out. So we're bouncing right off of the support. I did not get out. In fact, it is exactly the support. 249.60, 249.61. You cannot be more exact than that. So let's see what happens here. In fact, let's double check our stop while we're at it. Let's double check everything and then some. Because the reality is that I don't want to give this any more room than I gave it. Nope, skis. Facebook looks a mess now. Apple looks a mess now. This is a crapshoot, so I didn't do anything with it. I'm just leaving it. If it doesn't move up higher, which it doesn't look like it's going to this week, whatever. I'm not going to go after this here. Oh, what happened to KR? Oh, this did go. This finally went. Actually, if you want to do this, the entry isn't bad. You could do it shorter, put the stop at 36.90. It's 80 cents. What's your question on this, Kimberly? Kimberly, let's talk about this when we're done today. You are really struggling with targets. I mean, it's almost like I don't know what's going on with you. Like you forgot how to read a chart or something. Let's go over that. Let's go over this when we're done. Because this has got to hang on here. Let me just see if we have any data. Today is what? What is today? May 4th. Yeah, it's the 4th. Okay. Kimberly, are you there? We can. Well, I'm just going to talk, but I'm not moving on that chart while we're looking at this. I was up in that Walmart yesterday, but I didn't think that I was up enough, so I didn't get out of it. And I have time left because the market fell today. That's falling off. I guess it depends what you paid for it, really. But I paid over 2, so even though I was up yesterday, it wasn't like I was up. I wasn't even up 50%. But you definitely could have got out of it yesterday, but I did not. But I think you're really struggling with targets, and I'm just trying to figure out why. I think you either forgot how to read a chart, or you're so nervous once anything is positive that you kind of like freeze like a deer in headlights or something. I don't know. Did you get out of the Twitter yesterday? Okay, here we go. We're in this. Kimberly, are you listening to me? this is so tempting too. You've been cutting your winners too early. What's too early? You're up 50 bucks? I don't know. What do you mean too early? Like anything you're green, you're getting out? Like, I don't understand what you mean. What's too early? Here, Microsoft. You didn't do Twitter, why? I thought we set a rule for you. Every single earnings one you were doing for the rest of the month. I thought we talked about this 2 weeks ago in the room. Every single one you're going to do. And those are the only ones you're going to do. And you're not doing any non-earnings gaps. Just for right now, to get yourself situated. Twitter was an earnings. You should have done it. In fact, I think I don't even know. Well, Facebook is a crapshoot here, but I don't even know if I've had any losses in anything that's been earnings recently. I have to go back and look. Like, some stuff has not worked. Oh, Netflix. Netflix didn't work. And that was this is completely insane. I saw this morning too, and I said, should I do it? 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 I mean, this bothers me now. So I didn't do it, but here. No, you can't do Twitter now. Twitter is done. Twitter trade is over. Twitter is over. You missed it. But Kimberly didn't do it because she doesn't want to do everything right now, which is fine. But I thought we talked about this. She should do earnings trades. Here we go. Microsoft has to break the low or I'm going to be out of this, but I know it's going to. Kimberly, what's the target of Microsoft? Zen Trader, what's the target of Microsoft? Those of you that have been struggling with targets, what is the target on this trade today? Get out of your head for a second. Just look at the candlesticks. Just look at the gap. Just look at it. Pretend you don't have any money risked on it. Pretend you're just a bum on the street. Look at it and decide what's the target as an outside person. Get out of your head a little bit. What's the target on this trade today? Normal and dream. Give me two. So tired of blowing my nose. I'm going through like a box of tissues a day. Like, seriously. It's ridiculous. You don't know. Well, somebody helped Kimberly out. Zen Trader? That's not true. You do know. You do know. You're too much in your head. You're like me with apartments. I went to look at that apartment yesterday. I can't even, it was too dark. It's just, and then I'm like, why am I thinking of putting an offer in this? I'm not gonna be happy there. It's too dark, too low of a floor, too small. Like, why am I even thinking about this? It's like, I know the answer is no. Leave it. You know the answer. Stop overthinking it. 245 would be an amazing target for this today. Probably the dream. But that is a target, yes. What's a normal target? Not dream. I'd say 247, 248, 247-ish. Because once we break this low, which we're 10 cents from doing, we're going to fall pretty hard through 249. So 248, I'll take it. 248, wherever it goes. This is not an exact science. I think this is going to get to 245 though. So what's our plan of action in puts? Get out quickly. 24 to 48 hours. What's our plan of action in longs when they're good? I give them a little bit more time to work. Longs take longer. I think this is a bust though this week after this today, but I think this is such a crapshoot that I didn't want to put any more money into this thing. This is just so ridiculously messy now. In fact, why is that down? Let's look at why Apple's down. Ooh, here we go. We just broke the low. Kimberly, did you do Microsoft today or not? There's a trial going on with Apple. Some kind of legal things. Okay. We dropped 20 cents, but you could have been out of that. Let's see. Okay, good. Very good. So getting back to what we were talking about, we can go look at this here. Depends what you paid for this. I could have gotten a lot lower price on this. I know I could have, but you know, it is what it is, and I did it so early, so what are you going to do? If I had gotten a better price on this, I probably would have been out of this yesterday. But it looked great yesterday. And if the market would not have done what it did today, this would be through yesterday's high, and it's actually trying to go green right now, so I really do still like this, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to get piggy about this. So if I get close to 50% on this, close to 50, if I can get out of this at 3, I'll take it. 3 something, whatever. Depends where it's got to go for it to get there. So we'll see. It's only Tuesday. This is completely insane. I mean, this is never going to stop rallying no matter what it does. So that's pretty funny. All right, what are we doing? Kind of wished I'd done the Qs simply because I would have been done and out and gone for the day. 333 came down here, dropped $2, and it's still dropping. I wished I had done this. I thought about doing this. I even thought about doing it here. I didn't want to do 2 things today. Bottom line is I'm in this. We have a good price. We have a good entry, but this is taking longer. This is being jerky. Wish I'd done this and been out. Upgrade on UPS. Crazy. Wow, this doesn't look good either. Let's look at the banks. Now, I'm not in anything with that, but banks turned red yesterday after being green. They were totally green in the morning we looked at them. They were green, they were up, they gapped up, they were fully green. Then they reversed, now they're reversing. So that's what we have to contend with. This I did not do. It was a good gap, but I moved off of it maybe too quickly. I don't know. It's working. Okay, waiting this out. Let's see what's out for tonight. We get a nice big flush today. The options trades I called today, I'd be out of all of them into the close. We get a nice flush down today, just get out of everything. I mean, you don't have to be a piggy and stuff, but at the same time, yeah, I wouldn't kill things necessarily too fast. I really don't think it's difficult. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you, Kimberly. You forgot how to read a chart. You're nervous. Tonight is, but you should be doing every trade I call that's earnings if you can afford to. ACAM is tonight. EXAS is tonight. slow lift. Zillow. Oh, we haven't looked at that in 100 years. Let's look at Zillow. Apple is down because of some problem. This looks bad. Too late to do the Qs? Not really. I want Microsoft to go. I could scalp this. I don't have time to make a decision here. It's going to go without me. Wow. If this continues to fall, look out below. Something to do with the EU and Apple. Okay. Where did I write that stuff about the market? Let's find out. Let me see what I said exactly. Pretty sure it was April. Where is the market going? Let's see what I said. Four things that could negatively impact this bullish market. One, interest rates in the rise. They've kind of leveled off. Another nationwide shutdown, COVID shutdown or outbreak. Federal, corporate, and personal tax increases, which I definitely think will be a long-term problem. And world war, rate China and Russia. Yeah. Oh, the apartment story. Wait here, let's get out of this. Yeah. I just need to pull back from this whole thing and just, I'm so stressed out about this stuff. You know those shows, like you watch those reality shows, the $1 million listings? Those people are nice compared to real life people. Like those people are actually nice. Compared to real life, like those are nice people. As bitchy as they are in those shows. What I've had to deal with. I just don't want to deal with it anymore, quite frankly. The girl I met yesterday was nice, but I didn't like the apartment, but I don't know, maybe I'm gonna end up buying something, but not right now. Not right now. That just wasn't in my plan, and I don't even know where I'd buy anything, or I can't even think about it right now if that's what I'm gonna do. It's just here we go, Microsoft. Kimberly, what are you in besides Walmart? Look at this, here we go. Oh, I'm glad I did that. This I missed, but I just had zero conviction. Oh, let's look at Amazon. Whew, even this looks like it could fall. Did anyone get out of Microsoft? It keeps touching the number. It doesn't want to break it, but I think that it does. So how much longer do we give it? 9:54. $54. Let's see how expensive Netflix is. Oh, Shower Singer got out of it. I mean, really, it was a good entry. You could be out of it. I don't think there's anything that could screw up if we did Netflix, but at the same time, is it ever going to fall? That's the question we all want to know. I'm going to evaluate that when we're done with the room. Let's get back to Microsoft. Yeah, I'm happy too. I need to get out of this soon here. I'm just trying to give it a smidgen more. Anyways, I'll tell you the apartment story. So I decided to go back to 2 other places yesterday morning and offer more money, even though obviously I wasn't going to take them both, just to feel it out, even though I really don't even know if I wanted to pay what they were. What I said. One place didn't get back to me. She could today. The other place, I texted the girl at noon. At 7 o'clock at night, she got back to me with the head real estate agent, and they tried to push off a worse apartment on me, which they would have priced lower anyway. So basically, they would have priced it exactly what I offered. So in other words, it would have been no deal. And they wanted me to pay the agency fee. And I said, wait a minute. This isn't the one I was talking about. I said I was talking about 75B, not 71B. Oh, 75B they're going to sell now. I said 71B would be priced lower, and 71B doesn't have a good view. There's a building in front of it with construction. I said, no thanks. So they tried to, and they were going to charge me the real estate fee, which anyone right now, if anyone pays a real estate fee, they're crazy birds. They are really stupid as a brick if they would pay that, any fee to an agent right now. Seriously. Like, no one's paying fees to agents right now, unless they're done. And she didn't pick up the phone. I've never seen the apartment. They tried to push it off. It's not even listed. So they obviously had this apartment in inventory. They're trying to dump it. And when I got up today, that other one was still listed. So they're not going to sell it. So they lied to you. And the fact she didn't pick up the phone, she could have picked up the phone and said, Melissa, you know, the owner decided they're going to sell 75. Would you be interested in 71? Would you like to come see 71, Melissa? Anyways, it's almost like insane what I've had to deal with these people. Like, I really think that the people that they're used to dealing with must be dumb. And then you say, okay, well, people are paying all this money and they're dumb? Yeah, I guess they are. I mean, not every person that has money is smart. And I'm quickly learning that. Or people just get bullied into paying this crap because they think that they have to in New York. It's just ridiculous. But I really could have gone off on this agent. Like, she has been so horrible to me and then wanted me to pay her fee, which I wouldn't do anyways. I mean, she's not my agent. She's the owner's agent. But you can't do that. You have to be professional with everyone. It's too small of a town, even though it's millions of people still live in New York. It's you can run into this person anywhere. I was very professional. I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, what are you going to say? Like, you're nuts? Well, I made friends with these 2 agents from Sotheby's, but unfortunately, the apartment that they have listed, I'm not interested in. It's a nice apartment. It's actually in the hotel. It's in the Mandarin Orient Hotel. Great hotel, great amenities, but it's going to cost me $15,000 to get into that hotel just in fees, and I'm not crazy about the apartment. So it's the great area, great building, but the fees are high to get in. So like, to not like the apartment, it just doesn't make any sense. The apartment is a 2-bedroom. Closets are good, but I'm not crazy about the view, and the living room's small. So I don't like any apartments there that they represent. But I actually would hire them to help me buy an apartment, which I actually emailed them this morning. You're not going to believe this crazy story that happened to me. And They said it's the same thing with clients. They said a lot of clients are crazy, and they like me too as a client because I know what I'm talking about. But anyways, if I buy an apartment, I'd hire them. But I mentally can't wrap my head around that right now after I've been trying to process this. Here we go. I just can't shift my head to spending, a couple $100,000 a year in rent to, spending a couple million on an apartment. I can't make that mental shift right now. And if I do, I won't get any work done. Like, I won't trade. I'll be like thinking about that 24 hours a day. And I can't. I have to focus on what we're doing here right now. And actually, we're doing really good. All right, let's talk about the targets and the cues for those of you that are in the put. Dream target's 325. I actually think it's going to get there. Some nice trades here. Who cares about the calls? Screw them. Kimberly, you could still do something else if you want to. Look at Walmart. Nice trade is right. Nice trade is right. Kish is out. Quad Boy's out. Everybody's out but me. 248.89. One more squeeze it. Time of the day is 10 o'clock. Oh, Jackie's still in it too. Let's give us a little bit more. Can you imagine spending 15% to pay as a commission to rent an apartment? The fact that they ever got that fee is absurd. They tried to outlaw it. Actually, it didn't pass. They were not able to get that passed in New York State. They were going to outlaw it and make it illegal. They should have made it illegal. That's insane. It's insane that they even get away with that. And the fact that it's the other person's agent, why would the renter pay that? Okay, where did we go here? 89. I mean, have you ever heard of something so insane? So 15% on 100 grand is 15,000. 15% on 200 grand is 30,000. $30,000 to find an apartment, that's completely insane. Here we go. Microsoft. Like, you're not buying it, you're renting it. All right, my hand is on the button here. I'm trying to get a little bit more. The fact that those people, though, tried to push off a lower floor apartment and act like it's great and get me to pay the fee and act like they were giving me a deal, which they weren't in the price anyways because they'd priced that one at what she told me. And the fact that they lied about the other one, just like the guy with the black wallpaper one lied that they were going to sell it. Still listed for rent, still not listed to sell, he lied. All they do is lie. Here we go, one more push. This is a nice trade. Out of it. Good trade. Good enough for me. Nice day. Here, if you're still in it, I don't know, 248.50. I would ride the out here. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you what to do. If you want to listen to me, Kimberly, are you there? I would get out of all the options by the end of today. Yes. 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I don't think it matters. Any of those times you can choose, you can pick. I would not hold them overnight. These are good. You could be out of these things right now, actually, to be honest with you. You could be out of the queues. Let me look at this quickly.